Hello, my fellow stock trading masters. This is Lance Jepson with GorillaStockTrading.com. Now, here I'm looking at the US dollar, and it's got a parabolic SAR overlay. Now, what I'm about to show you is a very, very cool tool. I don't know about any other charting software that has this tool, folks. Okay? Market Club is the only charting software that I know that can do what I'm about ready to show you. Alright? Now make sure you click on the description of this video because if you're looking at this on YouTube, follow the description back to my blog and I'm going to set you up with a free 2-week trial. This is not one of those bogus credit card first kind of garbage things, right? No questions asked, free and clear, 2-week trial, give it a spin, under no obligation to join, okay? Now look at this. This is awesome. Here's the parabolic SAR overlay over the chart of the US dollar. There's nothing special about this, but here's what I want you to see. As you come down in this chart and you study it, notice that you have what I like to call artifacts here. You see these little dots, these little SAR dots right underneath. Okay, that you don't want to see this. This means a false signal. See if we go up here. See these little parabolic SAR dots underneath? They're kind of like orphaned out there with no other dots around it. That's bad. You don't want to see these. These meant that you had a false signal. Let me show you what I mean. When a parabolic SAR appears on the bottom, that means it's time to buy. Okay, this was a really good signal, right? You would have bought right here. Okay, on this date, you would have wrote it all the way up, and then when the parabolic SAR appears over the top, that means it's time to sell and take your profits. So this would have been a really good trade, right? Okay, then here, sure enough, it's heading down, it's heading down, it's heading down, and right here, you got a false buy because the parabolic SAR went from the top, it went down to the bottom to appear underneath the candlestick, which means that's a buy. And you could see that it only stayed that way for 2 days, and then the parabolic SAR appeared back on the top, and the downtrend kept going. Now, you would have got whipsawed on this one, right? You would have lost money on that trade had you followed the parabolic SAR. Okay, now here's what I'm about to show you that just completely rocks, folks. It rocks. Okay, watch this. Click on Chart Studies, come down to the parabolic SAR. Now, watch the artifacts. We want to smooth out the signals and change the time of this so that we don't have as many false signals. And so we can grab the slider, and as you can see, as I go this way, nope, that doesn't help, right? So I'm going to go ahead and grab the slider, come back this way. Look at that, folks. Did you see what just happened? I can adjust this in real time, and I could see exactly what I want my settings to be. It's not only the parabolic SAR that can do this, it's every single indicator in Market Club is interactive in real time, giving you feedback as you make the changes to get the optimal settings for your trading style. Now look, I just adjusted out the artifacts by changing that real-time scale on the parabolic SAR. And you could see that, sure enough, there's no artifacts. Now you had a much better signal. Here you were given a sell, and there was no head fake. There was no false buys here all the way down. This is a more reliable setting on the parabolic SAR. Okay? Now, another thing that I want to show you is that you could come down here and add your ADX indicator. Now, here the parabolic SAR, okay, gave you a buy, right? All right. Now, the ADX line confirmed a day later with a green crossover, and so that is your buy signal. Now, as you come over here, here's the parabolic SAR sell. Sure enough, on the ADX line, you had the red line crossing above the green line. That's your confirmation to sell. Okay. Now, as you come over here, the ADX line gave you a head fake with a green crossover, but the SAR did not give you a false buy. We just adjusted that out. Okay, so as you can see, if you don't have both indicators pointing to the same trade, you are giving you the same buy or sell signal, you don't listen to them. Okay, here we come over here, and finally we get confirmation of the sell signal on the ADX. Okay, fine. Let's come down here to this one, and this is what I really want to show you folks. Here you're given a buy. Okay, all right, there's the buy on the SAR, right? Okay, however, you come down and you look at the ADX for confirmation, and guess what? You don't have it. The green line is still under the red. The green line has not crossed above the red. So you don't have confirmation of the buy signal on the SAR, so you stay out. Okay? So, sure enough, that was smart, folks, because even though the SAR gave a buy, you would have got head faked right there. But by requiring a confirmation on both the SAR and the ADX, you did not get head faked. Now, watch what happens here. We get closer and closer. Okay, and now the SAR negates the buy signal, okay, and it switches and it goes to a sell signal, okay? All right, so you can see that it would have been better not to have bought back down here in the first place, to have just sold and stayed out and not be caught by this head fake. All right, so had you used the ADX, that's what would have happened. Now, as we come down here, and the SAR went back over to a sell here, okay, and as we come back down, now here we go, there's a buy SAR signal. Now look at what happened. Look at how it's different. On this buy SAR signal right here, look at what we have. We have the ADX line, the green line, crossing above the red line. Here we have a confirmation of this buy signal on the SAR, okay? Unlike back here when we had a buy signal on the SAR, notice how we did not have a confirmation on the ADX, okay? So notice the difference and see what happens when you get the confirmation on the ADX. That turned into a major profitable bullish long trade, folks. Okay, that would have been awesome, and you would have stayed long this entire time until right back here the SAR gave a sell on the dollar. But did you sell? Well, if you're long, you go down and you look at the ADX, and guess what? The ADX did not confirm the SAR sell. Right? The red line did not cross above the green line on the ADX, so we do not have confirmation that this is a sell, so we stay in the long. And sure enough, look at the dollar starting to move back up. Now, we don't know where the dollar is going to go from here, but if you're still long the dollar, right, because you didn't sell right here on the SAR sell, because you didn't have the confirmation on the ADX, if you're still long the dollar, then what you want to see is the SAR dots then suddenly get to appear on the bottom. And that's going to happen only if this top SAR line is broken. And that top SAR line is 81.17, folks. So that's the key level to watch on the dollar, is 81.17. If we get a break above 81.17, that's going to be very bullish for the dollar.